whether humanity is going to fight artificial intelligence or aliens. Someone has to travel to the past to prevent the war. Hello and welcome back to every recap ever. Today we are seeing a Japanese sci-fi movie called Returner. So subscribe to our channel for more such content and let's go. In the distant future, during the war, we see a girl navigating her way in the middle of war and jumps in a time machine portal. In the year 2002, a mercenary sneaks onto a cargo ship. Apparently the people are doing some illegal smuggling. Their boss Mizuguchi confirms the shipment, but they get attacked by the mercenary. They try to chase after him and corner him. His name is Mamoto. He detonates a bomb and quickly takes care of the people. He spares one of the guys. He then asks him to warn his boss to stop these illegal things. The girl from the future also lands on the ship. So Miyamoto frees the captives and takes the money suitcase. He then gets cornered by Mizuguchi. Miyamoto quickly recognizes him and points a gun at him. But he gets distracted by the future girl and shoots in her direction. Mizuguchi takes advantage of this situation and runs away in his helicopter. Miyamoto is annoyed seeing him escape again and sees the unconscious girl. He calls his contractor and tells her about the Mizuguchi situation. He has a big grudge with him due to the past incident. He quickly goes to his contractor and hands her the suitcase. He learns that Mizuguchi has teamed up with some influential people in the country. Miyamoto's only goal in life is to unalive that guy. He also decides to bring a future girl with him. He couldn't just leave her there unconscious. She wakes up the next day and Miyamoto asks her about herself. Her name is Millie and she wants to know where Mount Ibusuki is. She checks the calendar and tells him that she has 2 days left. He finds her mentally unstable and throws her out. She tries to explain about world destruction and everything, but he just ignores her. Later, he goes outside to get some groceries. As he returns to his house, he realizes someone has sneaked inside. He cautiously goes inside and Millie quickly attaches something to his neck. She then tells him that she has attached a mini bomb to his neck. He obviously doesn't believe her, but she then gives him a demo. She applies the same thing to a bottle and now he has no option but to listen to her. He gets furious upon hearing this and tries to harm her. But she informs him, if she somehow dies, the device will automatically trigger and he will lose his life. He then takes her to his contractor lady and asks for some weapons and a car. They then go to Mount Ibusuki, however the military stops them from going forward. They then sneak through the jungle and Millie realizes that she is late for her mission. The military then takes something to the Space Institute. On the other side, Mizuguchi attends a meeting with some important people from Japan and his boss from China. So Mizuguchi's boss asks him to check on the object, the space station acquired from Mount Ibusuki. Meanwhile, Millie finally tells Miyamoto of her situation. Apparently in the future, aliens started war against humans and annihilated everything. The only hideout left for humans was in Tibet. However, alien ship disguised itself as a fighter jet and attacked their final base. Millie was also in the base and she tried to fight back the aliens with others. Their commander had no option left but to send someone in the past and kill the first alien which came to Earth. The alien attacks were so powerful that it almost annihilated everything. So Millie just jumped in the portal and ended up in the year 2002. Her mission is to unalive the first alien which appeared in that year. So it will stop the future war from happening in the first place. Miyamoto is a little shocked hearing all this and acts as if he believes her. He gains her trust and asks her to remove the mini bomb from his neck. But he starts laughing and decides to betray the girl by pulling his weapon. Millie feels more hurt by his actions and she activates a time watch on her wrist. It basically slows down time and she quickly attaches the bomb again. Miyamoto wonders how she did this, but again he has no option left but to obey her. Later, he realizes she is hungry and prepares pasta for her. It's her first time eating something this tasty. She eats like there is no tomorrow and sleeps. Miyamoto sees her and remembers his days on the street with his friend. Later that night, Millie comes to his room and does something with his jacket. This alerts him and he asks her to just go sleep again. On the other hand, Mizuguchi goes to the space station and sees a UFO. He gets shocked seeing the ship. The scientists then show him the alien they captured during the impact site. The alien then sends some kind of signal and the spaceship starts moving on its own. It fires a plasma cannon through walls and an entire mountain gets destroyed. Aliens, right? Mizuguchi sees this explosion and realizes he has finally found the power to take over the country. The next day, Millie wakes up and realizes she slept for too long and she has only 1 day left. Miyamoto asks her about last night and the jacket, but she doesn't remember doing such a thing. He then finds a picture of himself but in dead form. At the same time, the contractor lady sees some strange phenomenon happening all over the world. Apparently a lot of reporters during live news broadcasts start speaking the same sentence, "Return the light." So later Miyamoto comes to the lady and she tells him about the space station incident. She suspects the mountain blowing last night was something done from the space station. So Miyamoto then changes Millie's attire and they go there. They sneak inside using the same bomb trick. Yeah, I mean, they threaten someone from the space station and come inside. They then end up in the place where the spacecraft is kept. Mamoto gets surprised seeing the UFO. He finally realizes that Millie was telling the truth and she really is from the future. She also tells him about her time stop ability. Meanwhile, Mizuguchi attacks the space station with his men. He is basically after the spacecraft and the alien. Miyamoto and Millie then go to the alien room and get ready to unalive the alien. However, Millie realizes that the aliens are different from the one which she saw in the future. The alien then sends some signals through Miyamoto and asks them to help him. He wants to return to his home.
E.T. Home phone.
He then shows them the projection that the mother spaceship is just near the Earth and he needs to return. The alien is actually injured and does not have much time. On the other side, Mizuguchi realizes that someone has sneaked inside the alien room and asks his soldiers to attack. Miyamoto takes care of some of the soldiers and sees Mizuguchi. Miyamoto then quickly asks Millie to use her time stop ability and leave from the facility. As she runs, he detonates a bomb in the room and tries to run away. Mizuguchi then asks his men to install bombs in the facility and goes in his car. He detonates the bomb, destroying the space center. They take the spaceship and the alien with them. He asks his men to find the contractor lady as he feels she may be helping Miyamoto from behind. Later, Miyamoto wakes up in the contractor lady's shop. Millie brought him there and even treated his wounds. Miyamoto is still surprised about Mizuguchi's involvement in this incident. They then tell everything about aliens and the future to the lady. She remembers the news from before about people saying weird things. The mothership only wants their alien back. She realizes that the main culprit behind future wars are humans. They must have unalived the alien and that triggered the war in the future. So to prevent this, they must stop Mizuguchi from harming the alien. The lady then sees some of Mizuguchi's men in front of her store. She tells Miyamoto to wait for her in the backyard while she distracts the people. At the backyard, he finally breaks the silence and tells Millie about his past. Apparently, he grew up on the streets with his friend. One day, he saw his friend being kidnapped by Mizuguchi. Later, he realized he unalived his friend and sold his organs. This is the reason why he wants to unalive Mizuguchi. Miyamoto's neck bomb then somehow comes off. He realizes that Millie lied to him. The thing on his neck was not the bomb and the bottle-breaking scene from before was done using the gun. He gets angry but understands why she did it. She tells him that one day she will pay him for all the help he gave to her. The lady then comes and gives them the weapons and the bike. They run away on the bike and Mizuguchi's men start following them. After some intense chase, Miyamoto and contractor lady manage to take down their car. They head towards the enemy base. Somewhere in the ocean, inside an oil rig, Mizuguchi's boss from China visits him to take the alien ship. But he betrays his boss and unalives him, because Mizuguchi wants all the power for himself. On the other side, Miyamoto and Millie sneak inside the oil rig. They start taking out the guards one by one. Mizuguchi sees them through CCTV and corners them. Miyamoto quickly asks Millie to split up and search for the alien, while he takes care of these guys. After some gun shootings, unfortunately Millie ends up getting caught by Mizuguchi's men. Miyamoto is hiding in another tower. Mizuguchi then threatens him to show himself or he is gonna unalive Millie. He has no other choice but to reveal himself. The bad guys then fire multiple shots at him. It looks like Miyamoto is getting hit. Mizuguchi even fires the rocket launcher. Millie cries as she sees the tower in which Miyamoto is hiding is getting destroyed. They take Millie to the alien room where Mizuguchi tries to provoke the alien to activate his ship. He also shoots him. He is basically after the ship's power. Millie tries to warn him about war if he unalives the alien, but he doesn't care. Millie tries to use her time watch but realizes that the watch is gone. She then starts smiling and understands that Miyamoto is alive. Apparently, her time watch is with Miyamoto and he used it to save himself from bullets. He then activates the watch again and takes down Mizuguchi's men and points a gun at him. Millie quickly takes the alien and Miyamoto takes Mizuguchi as hostage, so his men lower their weapons and they try to run away from their base. Mizuguchi finally tricks them and escapes from their clutches. Millie somehow ends up outside the rig with the alien. However, the sun has risen already. She thinks it's too late now, but Miyamoto arrives there and tells her to not lose hope. Mizuguchi again comes with his men to stop them and surrounds them. Miyamoto then triggers the explosion and uses the watch to slow down the time and they all enter the spaceship. The base gets destroyed, but they survive due to the spaceship taking the impact. Oh, and Mizuguchi is still alive. I mean, the guy is really tough. Mizuguchi shoots at him but bullets stop in midair. Just like the Matrix, Alien uses his powers to protect him. Millie takes the opportunity and hands him the gun and he shoots Mizuguchi and finally takes revenge for his friend. So now the alien is almost on the verge of death. They see a plane coming in their direction and Millie realizes that it's a disguised ship. turns into an alien ship and the aliens come to retrieve their child. She hands them the alien and they quickly heal him. They express their gratitude and leave through the wormhole. So Millie finally changed the future and accomplished her goal. Mamoto asks her to join him as an agent so they can be together forever. However, her body starts disappearing. She realizes that she had only 3 days since her arrival and the time is now over. She is very heartbroken to say her goodbyes, but it must be done. Even though she has become so attached to Mamoto, she doesn't belong in this timeline. She bids her farewell and disappears from the place. Mamoto is a little sad and even hurt. Even he has grown attached to her. Few days later, he goes to the contractor lady and returns all of his equipment. He has decided to quit his job and wants to find something new in his life. While walking outside, the guy from the start of the movie comes. He shoots him to take his revenge and runs away. This scene looks like the picture Mamoto found earlier. I guess you can't stop some events from happening. Just kidding. Mamoto is alive. He finds a weird metal plate in his jacket with a note attached saying, "I paid you back." He realizes the Millie he saw the other night was actually the Millie from the future. She came back again in the past to save his life and fulfill her promise. This puts a smile on his face and he wonders, how is the new future she is currently living in? So I hope you enjoyed the video. Do drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more future videos. That's all for today and we will see you in the next video. See ya.